This is an haunting one. Let us connect the Kasarani killings to Raila's lifelong political ideology: freedom, justice, and people's power, to expose the painful irony that Kenya is still shackled in fear even as his generation bows out. It's almost poetic and tragic that people were gunned down while trying to pay their last respects to a man who spent his life fighting so no Kenyan would ever die for political expression again. 5 lives ended in Kasarani. 5 bodies fell in a country that Raila Odinga once dreamt would be free. Free from fear, from police bullets, from state silence. Yet, even in death, his vision is mocked by the same system he resisted. The great irony, dying for the dreamer's funeral. They came to mourn a man who gave his life to the idea of a free Kenya. They left in coffins, victims of the same violence he spent decades opposing. That's the tragedy of our politics. Even as we celebrate the symbol of liberation, we are reminded that freedom was never truly delivered, only promised. When bullets flew in Kasarani, they didn't just pierce bodies, they pierced Raila's legacy itself. They screamed a question we've refused to face. If Raila's Kenya was meant to be free, why are we still dying for it? Raila's ideology versus Kenya's reality. Raila's political philosophy, born in the fires of detention and torture, stood on 3 pillars. 1. Freedom of thought and assembly. 2. Justice and equity.
3. Power to the people, not the police or politicians.
But in today's Kenya, those ideas sound like fairy tales. Citizens can't assemble without fear. Justice is a privilege, not a right. And the power that should belong to the people sits comfortably in the pockets of the political elite. So when the government stays silent after Kasarani, it's not just indifference, it's betrayal. A betrayal of what Raila stood for. A betrayal of the blood that bought us the little democracy we pretend to enjoy. The lingering questions. How can a government speak of peace yet silence follows every gunshot? How can leaders celebrate Raila's life while walking on the graves of the people he fought for? How can Kenya call itself free when freedom still costs blood? These are the questions that hover like ghosts over Kasarani and over Kenya itself. Every bullet that struck those 5 is a reminder that we have mistaken political independence for moral liberation. We are free to vote, yes, but not to live without fear. The unfinished revolution. Raila once said that Kenya is a work in progress, but maybe we've mistaken motion for progress. We move from election to election, from promise to promise, but never forward. The dream of a free Kenya didn't die with Raila. It died every time a leader chose silence over justice, and every time a citizen accepted that silence. The Kasarani killings are not an isolated tragedy. They are a reflection of a country that still lives under invisible chains. And the biggest lie of all is that we are free. In the end. Maybe Raila's final lesson isn't in his words, but in our failure to live by them. He fought so that Kenyans could question power without fear, yet today, people die trying to honor him. The struggle he began is not over. It has only changed faces. Until every Kenyan can walk freely, speak freely, and mourn freely, Raila's dream remains unfinished. And every government's silence after every killing proves it.